The average age for ADHD diagnosis is age 7, even though most symptoms appear between the ages of 3 years and 6 years. And a whopping 6.1% of American children are being treated for ADHD with medication, which is a 42% increase in ADHD diagnosis over the past 8 years. This is an autism spectrum disorder wheel showing that ADHD, anxiety, Tourette's, OCD, gifted children, ADHD, and ODD are all on that autism spectrum. Joining our community can help you approach the underlying issue, discover ways to get and give support, help you and your children succeed, and decide the best course of action. Get help, advice, support, and guidance from other parents living with a mental health diagnosis. Joining our community can help you approach the underlying issue, discover ways to get and give support, help you and your children succeed, and decide the best course of action. Get help, advice, support, and guidance from other parents living with a mental health diagnosis. Join us at the orangeribbon.org, aka TORC. Also, find us on Facebook at the Orange Ribbon Club. ADHD, the help we so desperately needed, by author Melissa Leigh-Ann, illustrated by Star Bigelow, in association with the Orange Ribbon Club, changing the stigma of mental health diagnosis. This is Aiden and his moms, Melissa and Jasmine. Aiden is 9 years old. He is great at reading and he loves math too. Sometimes, though, when Aiden is at school or home, he struggles with using his listening ears and calm body. He occasionally yells at his teachers and his mom. He even throws things like toys at his friends or siblings. Aiden doesn't always tell the truth either, especially if he knows that he might get into trouble. Aiden even talks back to his teachers and his mom. It is hard for him to keep all the words that he's thinking inside of his head. His emotions, like anger or sadness, sometimes get the best of him, and they come out, even when he wants them to stay in. Aiden is struggling with ADHD, but Aiden must learn to live with and take care of his friend, ADHD. He also must learn to take responsibility for his own actions. First, his moms need to know who his friend ADHD is. We don't want Aiden being friends with strangers. So, his moms talked to Aiden's doctor. The doctor introduced them to ADHD, and she gave Aiden some superpowers that look like pellets. So, who is ADHD? What is he like? What does he do for Aiden? He helps Aiden to approach a problem, discover what to do, make a decision, and then decide if it's going to hurt or help. Now, Aiden knows who ADHD is. So, who is ADHD? What is he like? What does he do for Aiden? Well, he helps Aiden to approach, discover, decide, and help. Aiden's able to approach a problem, discover what the options are, decide what he's going to do, good or bad, and then help himself and others. Now Adhd's moms know who ADHD is. He's the superhero in Adhd's head. He runs really, 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 really fast. Inside of Adhd's head, he collects all the thoughts. They kind of look like tokens, don't they? There are a million thoughts bouncing around at one time. That is why he needs Adhd to take his superpowers every day to help catch all the thoughts and to keep the evil Dr. Eggman from turning all the thoughts into naughty things. If Dr. Eggland gets to a thought before Adhd and his friend can, he pushes it out of Adh's mouth as naughty words or his body and makes him do naughty things. Adhd must learn to work with his friend, ADHD, to keep all the tokens safe. But that's not all. Adhd also needs his moms to help him keep Dr. Eggland from escaping and to help Adhd when he does escape. His moms notice that they need to help Adhd a lot more when he comes home from school because all of Adh's superpowers have worn off. To help Adhd discover new ways to keep the evil Dr. Eggland at bay, they approach it like this. Stop, think, and decide. When Adhd is triggered by something, having a hard time, or can't decide what to do, he looks at the sign his moms made for him. The red light means to stop what you're doing, feeling, thinking, or saying. The yellow light means to think about it in a different way, a positive way. This will help him and even his moms have the time to process their thoughts and feelings. The green light is the decision or the choice. It is what happens next or what is said next, good or bad. Will it hurt or help? His moms remind him of this often, and they use it themselves. Adh's mom, Melissa, uses it the most because she has a friend called ADHD and the evil Dr. Eggland, too. This helps Adhd not feel so alone. His moms even told him that a lot of children and parents have the same thing. Adhd and his mom work as a team to keep Dr. Eggland inside of Adh's brain and away from his thoughts. Still, he may escape at times. When he does, Adhd decides to help himself by asking for a timeout. He may go to his safe place and think, or he may go punch a pillow or swim into it so that he doesn't do it accidentally to someone else. Now everyone is much happier, and Adhd doesn't feel so alone. He has his best friend, ADHD, his superpowers, and his moms to help him stay safe and happy. The beginning, never the end. Now Adhd needs your help. Can you go back in the story and find all of the orange ribbons? Count how many there are and comment below. This is your own special stop sign. So color it, add your words, and then when you need help, make sure you stop, think, and decide. If you enjoyed our story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow us on theorangeribbonclub.org or on Facebook at theorangeribbonclub.org or Melissa Leigh-Ann. Thanks for listening. Till next time.